LMD Magazine and EFM present Biz Talk, taking an in-depth look at today's biz landscape.
Welcome to another edition of LMD EFM Biz Talk. Today we're speaking to Nathan Wills, the Chairman and CEO of Subway Development Private Limited, Sri Lanka. Good morning, Mr. Wills, and thank you for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you very much for having me.
To start things off, could you give us an overview of Subway and its operations in Sri Lanka?
Yeah, well, Subway Sri Lanka started its Piney location in August 2014. Most of you may know that was located on Duplication Road, Colombo 3. So it's almost been trading 2 years. It's been going quite well. We had a fantastic start. We anticipated, obviously, that the local people of Sri Lanka would take up the brand, but in our first month of operating that Piney location, it was quite unprecedented, the amount of people that came through the doors, even from as early as 7 a.m. through to midnight. So yeah, it's been quite exciting. As we said, almost 2 years. We've just now launched our second location here in Mount Lavinia, and it's really exciting for us. And we're very positive with the brand's direction.
You said the people had accepted the Subway brand quite well. How well would you say that has transferred to your outlet in Mount Lavinia?
Yeah, I mean, the two locations are quite strong, although they are very different in their dynamics of how they operate. So Mount Lavinia obviously being very more of a residential, touristy type area, a lot of our business is driven through the evening trade. So the residents of this area have been obviously quite accepting of it through the evening times after 6 p.m. through to midnight when we close. So the dynamics are a lot different in terms of Colombo 3. It's more of an officey type crowd, but also gets its late night trade as well, being in the heart of the CBD. But I mean, Mount Lavinia has been quite accepting. We've got a lot of customers that used to go to Duplication Road that are now loyal fans here. So I mean, we're in a very unique location right on Hotel Road Junction. So we do get a lot of passing by traffic, both in the car and also just by foot traffic. So I mean, yeah, it's been pretty positive so far. And I mean, we're only 2 weeks old. We've still got a long way to go, and hopefully we look to develop this location further.
How would you say your industry is faring, and what are you doing to stay ahead?
Well, I mean, the QSR brand here is obviously still quite young and infant. We're probably the last of the bigger players to come, which is not a bad thing. We've sort of been sitting and waiting and understanding the market a little bit longer than some of the other guys have. So, I mean, when we entered in here in 2014, obviously, the country was going quite strong, both financially and, politically. So, it was a good time to enter the market. Thing is that, as we grow and more tourists coming here and there's more FDI into the country, then you're going to see a lot more of these other brands come in, whether they be new and upcoming brands or whether they be more established brands that people might not necessarily have ever been to or thought of before. So, I mean, the industry is still quite infant, but we're obviously looking to come in here with a lot more of a different style, maybe compared to what the other brands have. So, Subway is fundamentally built upon a core market of 16 to 32-year-olds. So along with that, we bring a lot of dynamic, a lot of cool campaigns, whether it be marketing or competitions. But not only that, also store developments. So we look to build in some interesting things like free Wi-Fi, couches and things so people can enjoy themselves and be more comfortable. But I mean, yeah, the next few months, the next few years is obviously going to be quite different in terms of what we foresee the industry doing. So hopefully it's a positive thing, and we can certainly try to take advantage of it.
What are the challenges the industry faces right now? Well,
from our side of things, it's the time that it takes to really get things achieved here. As I said, we've been here 2 years now, and we've just opened our second store. So I mean, we probably wanted the second store to be open a little bit faster. We've been dealing with some on and off things that have hampered some of our progressions. So I mean, it's good that we're here. We've had a lot of support, but I think that the industry from our point of view, from different avenues, has not been so, let's say, forthcoming or efficient to get our stores open. As you know, we're a global brand. We're the biggest QSR brand in the world with 44,700 restaurants. and with that comes a lot of prestige and a lot of also corporate initiatives that allow us to be buying and sourcing of products from all parts of the globe. So when we are bringing in, whether it be equipment or food or decor such as chairs and things like this into the country, those are a little bit slower than what we had expected. So we've dealt with a few issues, and now we're sort of building the platform in which we hope to take advantage of in the next few years.
What can you tell us about Subway Sri Lanka's plans for the future?
Yeah, well, I mean, anyone, I suppose, in this industry or any industry should have some sort of goals that they like to achieve, and we're obviously no different. As I said, we've been the last of the big QSR brands to come. So, I mean, we're behind the ball, as you say, in terms of store count and, taking advantage of opportunities that may have risen over the last 5 years or so. But definitely we are looking to open stores aggressively now. So we have a target in mind that will see us be number one QSR in this country as well. And so we're going to start in the next few months with our new outlet in Rajgiriya, and also with a new outlet in a business park called Orion City. So those two outlets will come up in the next few months, and then subsequently after that, 2017, 2018, we'll also have very aggressive plans to open new locations, not just here in Colombo, but start to branch out. Obviously, the biggest part of our brand is having franchisees on board, so that's ultimately how we're going to start tapping other parts of the country and take advantage of these opportunities while they are there now, and also give the support back to these communities through opportunities to own and operate their own businesses that do have global recognition. So we're going to start to take advantage of that platform, which is very strong for Subway. Not only that, we're also going to start to work very closely with more local suppliers. So right now we are developing about 50% of our products here locally. We're working closely with local farmers to procure and develop produce just for us that are very high in standards and obviously to our price points. So, I mean, we're looking at a lot of different avenues, whether it be from store developments, developing of local products, obviously giving people the opportunity to have jobs, and yeah, I suppose giving back to communities as well. We're very strong in CSR. We deal with two charities called Room to Read and Foundation of Goodness. So we've been dealing with them quite periodically through different events such as tuk-tuk charity rides, through donations in store, and a lot of different events that are popping up from time to time, like the Newly Harmony Cup that's coming up, I think, in September, October this year. So, yeah, we've got a quite diverse range of goals and achievements that we want to start targeting now, and being involved with schools as well through different developments of school, training camps or health and wellness programs. As I said, half of our menu is 97% fat-free, so we want to start evolving that into some school lunch programs, and obviously give back to them through some achievement awards and things like this that will encourage people to come into our restaurants.
Thank you for your time, Mr. Wills.
Cheers. Thanks for having me.
Tune in every Tuesday and Thursday for more insights from our business community. You can also log on to efm.lk and lmd.lk/lmdtv for a visual experience of Biz Talk.